Hello beautiful souls, this is Frida Kumar, also known as Twinflameunion, bringing you guys in this week's pep talk and empowerment money manifesting tips part 2. Now if you're wondering why this is part 2, is because we have a part 1 in the playlist. I actually have a dedicated playlist on just money manifesting tips, blocks, and all those kind of things. I even have a guided meditation that will help you guys to remove money blocks, so you may want to check out that that playlist. What I will do is I will, however, link part 1 of this video series into the description so that you guys can check that one out as well. It was aired a while back, and there's tons of tips on that, and this is a continuum of that. As I manifested more money, I find that some of the things that I learned along the way, it helped me to manifest more money. So I'm pretty sure that you guys are going to manifest as well if you follow some of the advices or the tips that I give you. So without further ado, we're going to dive deep into this topic, but before we do, let's hit it. And welcome back. For those that are new to this channel, welcome. Please do not forget to hit like, share, and subscribe, as well as hit the notification bell so that you do not miss any future videos. I have tons of content in this channel. You may want to check them all out. I have the pep talk and empowerment, which is the largest of the series, and with that I have other branches that I have actually created from that, because it's I just found that it would be easier for people to find the content. So you may want to check that out, the guided meditations, the YouTube shorts, as well as Ask Vinita Anything. I have some questions that were raised and asked, so I will actually episode it or air it in one of these videos. I just haven't had time to film as much as I would like to with pressing time. I wish that there were more hours in a day so that I could get things done, and year end I didn't. I got sick and then in the beginning of the year I have lots of things to do, and yeah, it's just been pushed back. So I will try to get some of those videos out that is in my list to do. So and also I want to just add that for those that want to book any private sessions with me, you can do so as well. A link is in the description box. You can purchase and book directly from my website. All the bookings and everything is done from there. I don't do any other way of booking. And I also want to add that 10% of Twin Flames Union sales also go to charities. So all that information is in my website. So this is the beginning of 2024, and I know that a ton of you people are geared to make this year something exciting, powerful. I don't know about others, but 2023 was an exciting year for me. In many ways, it was a good year, and I hope that 2024 is going to be even better year. So yeah, you may want to do some sort of manifesting tips. I have some law of attraction videos as well. How to manifest using law of attraction. So you may want to check those videos out. You may actually get some tips how to do that as well. So I made some notes here. Like I said, that this is a part 2 of this segment. Part 1, I actually re-listened to that video just to make sure that I'm not repeating any of the things that I have actually mentioned in there, so that these are all just brand new. So so you might want to check that one out as well, so that you get the overall tips. Since I had started following some of these money tips, along with a lot of healing that I had done on money issues and stuff like that, I found that money flowed very well for me. In fact, I'm at that stage in my life where I'm not thinking about spending money, which is a condition. I mentioned in the previous video, if you are finding that the money is flowing nicely to you, then you're not going to be thinking about spending that kind of money, or doing whatever you want. Being in a spiritual journey, you are meant to have an abundant life. There is no such thing as people not living the life that they envision or want. It's all here. It's available for us. We have access to it, and you can draw money and anything else that you want using the law of attraction and vibration. So I find that a lot of times people have some sort of conditioning around money. It's because it's just the way that society made them think that way, right? If you can finish the sentences, then you have that mindset. Money does not, right? Money is. So, and if you finish those sentences, that means that you have some sort of negative conditioning around it. So this is why it's we've heard it all our life, and it's also affecting us in that way. What I find is that, especially if you are in a twin flame journey or some sort of soul journey, especially if you have a divine counterpart, if you have for twin flames anyways, those are the ones that I tend to draw in this channel. If you are healing your money issues, or if you're healing your money blocks, then what ends up happening is that you're actually also prospering in other ways. But not only that, your divine counterpart will also. So if your divine counterpart is if you find that they're getting richer and richer every day, it's because whatever spiritual work you are doing is also having a knockoff effect on them. So even if you're working just for yourself and you are trying to make this life an abundant life, money wise, you will find that they are also prospering just because they share the same energy frequency as you do. So so that's another thing to kind of just be aware of. And in my case, money is something that is I'm starting to understand money a little bit better, and it's because my twin flame is an accountant, and he's good with money, and it's something that I have learned automatically over the years, in this 5.5 years plus after dealing with him, that I'm just starting to get better and better with drawing money, and I find that people are always asking me money advices and stuff like that too. So so that's some of the things that's happening to me, and I'm getting better. So it's exciting for me because I'm able to help people create the kind of life that they want. Why not? I even have a healing session that I brought out last year, where I can help you to remove any money blocks from past lives, that kind of stuff. So it's sort of like a money clearing, personalized session that you can also book with me. So that for those that want to remove some money blocks. I also have a guided meditation, like I said, in this playlist. You may want to check that one out too. It's removing money blocks as well. So some of the tools that I've given here will help you to make the life of your dreams. The thing that I want to mention before I go into this topic, for money, I mentioned in the previous video, but I'm going to do this again just in case some of you didn't want to check that video out. Money comes from self-love. So meaning that if you are trying to anchor self-love and self-care, what ends up happening is as you get better and better with forming your own self-love, you'll find that abundance will start flowing from every other ways. If you're lifting your vibration from lower vibrations frequency to a higher vibration, you will also draw money that way too. And like I said, when in a spiritual community, there's no such thing as you not having an abundant life in any way. Those days are gone when you could live a simple life. Unfortunately, in today's time, we do need money to have good food, good good belongings like shoes and clothing. That if you buy something, especially for shoes, is such a personal thing. If you are wearing some sort of cheap shoes, your feet will feel it, versus something that has been placed in some sort of it's been made with some sort of care and attention. And a lot of people have feet issues where they have flat feet, they have high arc feet, right? All those kind of things. So when you have special need type of shoes that you need to pay, of course, a lot more. So what I'm trying to say is that money will give you that kind of comfort, right? And you want to have transportation. You should have some sort of allowance for transportation. There's no such thing as flicking your fingers like that and clicking it and here you go, you're at your destination. That doesn't work that way, right? You need some sort of transportation. So transportation can be bus tokens to Uber, cab, having a vehicle at your expense. Sometimes you need to even travel through air or sea, right? Depending, and for that, everything costs money because nothing's done for you for free. So this is what I'm saying, that you still need to have that kind of, money flow coming to you so that you can do those kind of things. Having good food, right? There's only so much, instant noodles you can have that's going to nourish your body in a long term. Once in a while is okay, but you need to have good food. You need to have, fruits and vegetables and good protein. So for that, you need to have money to be able to buy that. And in today's time, as we are going, we are fighting inflation. It's been the worst that it has been for years after the pandemic. What I found is that, interest rates for mortgages and stuff like that have gone really high, and it's affected. It's not just here in North America that it's affected. It's affected the world, right? So all those kind of things are here, and cost of living is going up. So there's no such thing as you saying that it's enough money. With everything else rising, the price of petrol rising, all those kind of things is happening around the world. You want to manifest more money because whatever you're doing right now is not making ends meet, right? So some of you actually have to have few jobs to do that as well, that kind of stuff. And of course, people are meant to have a luxurious life, like pleasure. So a lot of people, we are out of pandemic now. When I filmed the first one, that was during pandemic, so people were not able to leave their homes as much. But in today's time, things have been lifted off, travel bans have been lifted. So people are trying to make up for their lost time. And it was a few years where you couldn't really travel all that much. So people are definitely making that time up. I know that last year I did so much traveling, and in fact next week I'm going away again, and so I'm excited with this 2024 year. There's gonna be lots of travel plans. I'm pretty sure it started off in January, so that's exciting for me. But yeah, when you actually have money flowing, then these kind of things also are part of your life, right? You're also enjoying, you're trying to see the world, and so you should. There's so much to see and learn from different places and culture, that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you are in that kind of stage, that's what that means. This is why money is in green color or in currency when it's, there's a reason why it's called currency, is because it's supposed to be always in current and in motion. It's not meant to be hoarded off and kept somewhere. Money is meant for it to be in use because it is a form of energy. So it is associated with your heart chakra, which is why it's the self-love part. and you know, it's supposed to be in motion, in flow. And if you find that you are having blocks with the flow, it's because there's somewhere in your frequency that you need to improve on. So this is why there's just the list goes endless as to why, you know, you will have energetic blocks. Sometimes you have past life issues that has happened. You may have had usually what I find with past life is either you were betrayed with for money, or you betrayed somebody for money. So it's always associated with some sort of betrayal. And of course, this will also roll out in this life as well, where you may actually feel that you know, somebody has betrayed you with money, or somebody you have betrayed for money. So it goes both ways. So you know what your dynamics is. So I would be more than happy to help you guys figure that all out if you book a session with me on the money issues. So I just wanted to point this out before I actually go on about the issues with money, because I feel that this is kind of tied down to why you're not able to draw that money. And at the end, I will also give you guys some affirmations that is simple to use and simple to remember. So you don't have to, you may actually write it out a couple of times, but after that you will be actually breezing through it. You will be able to you know, just call it in or say it as it needs to be. So so those were my little pep talk on the importance of money, and we will now dive into the manifesting way of how to manifest it. So again, you know, I'm continuing from the last video. So the ones that I learned in this you know, since then is and I also want to add, see, when the money flows to you, you will start looking it. If you spend money on yourself, you'll start looking it as well. A lot of people, they don't realize that when you are making the money and you are not spending it, you will not look it. You won't look. If you're not spending money on yourself, you will look it, right? So you know, I want to say that this is one of those things that you know yourself, you know what that looks like. And if you have no problem spending money on yourself, that just means that you're in, you know, in the right track. You understand the abundance of money, because the whole idea of, you know, making money is to, you know, spend it on yourself, right? You need to treat yourself as well. And like I said, from the last video that I had done, I understood, you know, the importance of money. But for me to be able to, you know, film this video in today's time where I have increased, you know, the money flow, it's such a good feeling. You know, I got so many things done. I did traveling, I spent money on myself, on certain things, certain procedures, not plastic surgery. I'm still a little natural here, but, you know, just other things, you know, just to look further good, I guess, you know. What else? You know, I bought things, you know, higher end stuff, clothing, shoes, you know, like accessories, jewelry, right? I just, the list is of course endless. And you know, and of course having a better life, like, meaning that, you know, I never, I don't know, I never look at, I have a very specific healthy diet. So with that, of course, there's a price tag attached to it, but I don't really look at the price of that when I'm shopping. I just buy whatever I need, and, you know, it's, you know, thankfully the money is flowing, so I don't have to worry about that too much. But I just want to say that for some of you that are always thinking about money and the fear is there, that you know, you don't make enough, or, you know, you cannot make ends meet, you know, that kind of stuff, this is going to be that video that will help you guys. So one of the tips that I learned, this is tip 1. If you want to draw money, you need to put money in your wallet. Now, I know that I mentioned that in the previous video, but because I'm not sure how many of you will actually watch that one, I want to bring that one back here in this video. And that is that you need to understand that every time you're opening your wallet, you want to make sure that you feel abundant. And having plastic cards that buy you things will give you some sort of abundance, because you know that that's going to buy you this, you're going to, or that you want. But having a stack of money in your wallet is another way of making sure that you feel good when you open your wallet. You may not feel that amazing with a stack of cards in there as opposed to having a stack of money in there. So you try to have some sort of money sitting in your wallet, because I find that that's gonna really amp your manifesting tip. So that was one of the things that I wanted to mention, because in today's time, people pay through their credit cards and debit cards, that kind of stuff, their bank cards, and they don't want to carry cash. You still should be carrying a little bit of cash. All the rich people out there, they still carry a little bit of cash, because for the time when they actually need to use it in lieu of a card. What if the card machine is not working or this? You don't have to carry too much, but it should have enough in there for you to get something basic, right? So I'll let you decide what that is, but you should at least keep some money in there. Do not keep your wallet empty. And that was tip number one. I thought that was very important for me to re-mention that, because like I said, a lot of people don't even realize that that's not what they're doing. Another thing that I want to mention, and that's tip number two, is you can have stacks of money everywhere. When my nephew and niece, they come, I have to actually start hiding them because they like money too. So I make sure that they, and they're just small, so they don't understand, right? But I have stacks of notes pretty much everywhere in my home now. I have it in my study room. This is my spiritual and my study room, so I have it here. That's one of the best place to put. And you can start off with a small pile. It doesn't have to be, like a large pile, and you can continue adding to it if you want, because I find that you can do that as well. And for those that are like me, who's earning in both currencies, US currency as well as Canadian, I'm a Canadian, so I earn still in Canadian currency as well. I do both. So if you are in that kind of situation where you're earning multiple currencies, you want to maybe add, that kind of currency as well in your stack of pile, and just leave it on the desk, somewhere you can see. And I find that really helps. Another place to put it is in your living room or a kitchen. Again, I did that. I'll tell you guys a story on that one. When I actually learned that tip, I decided to do that. Another place that you will always open the drawer to in your bedroom would be, your sock drawer, or, your personal brief drawer, right? Like where you always will wear those no matter what. So you may want to, your intimate briefs, right? Those kind of things. So you always have a drawer for that. So throw a stack of note in there, and you can add to it. Start off with a few dollars if you want, like bills, notes, and then add to it if you want to. And the bigger the pile is, the bigger the more feel good that you will have in that sense. The reason why I'm saying that is because when you see money visibly around you, you feel good and you know that it's yours. So it's gonna remind you that there's more money to come, in every sense of way. So it's just the way that you can draw money. So you could do that. Another technique is and the story. I'll tell you that one, because I think it's when you know that the law of attraction is working. So because I earn in US currency as well, so I went to the bank and I decided to get some notes. I must have gotten $100 worth of like just dollar bills, because I wanted to just make lots of stacks around the house, and this is what I did. So within that stack, the cashier came with a big bundle like this, and then she was like, I don't want to count this. It's too much to count. Can I take you to the machine? And you can just take a look and see that it's the right currency. And I'm like, a right amount. And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever gets this going, right? So I go there and the machine counted it. So when I came back home, I was building my pile. I had some Canadian notes in there, as well as the notes. I just built my stacks, and since then I've added to it. So this was just a start off point. I just wanted to point out. And one of them, in that stack of dollar bills, there was a $5 US bill in there. So, and how this all got what it did, I have no idea, but I was like, oh, okay, so then this is a fantastic idea. It's already working. So yeah, I got like $4 extra out of that pile. So it was just a good experience to know that, there's little signs like this that, whatever you're trying to manifest is in your alignment. So you might want to try that kind of technique. Another one is the mirror technique. Now, this is a feng shui technique, and for women, you will resonate with this more because you probably have a jewelry box of some sort. I remember back in the days when I decided to get like a decent jewelry box. I think I must have gotten, I started off with one. And of course, that jewelry box had a mirror. And one thing about me, you guys will learn, I don't wear imitation jewelries. I learned that very quickly in my, in my growing up years from my older sister. She saw some of my cheap stuff, and she said, instead of buying cheap things, you should be buying something that it's real, so that you have some good pieces. You don't have to have many, but have a few good pieces. And that kind of stuck by me over the years because that conversation that she had. So whatever I have, they're all real pieces. Some of them I can't even wear because it takes two people to put them on. I have nobody around me to put them on. So a lot of them I can't wear, but I still, took that as an advice, and I never buy anything that is not real. It's just the way that I don't have any costume jewelry, so I just kind of got rid of those. So yeah, I don't even remember when was the last time I wore something imitation. So yeah, I have everything in silver or in gold, and I don't do white gold. To me, people love them, but I prefer yellow gold. If I need to get something white, then I'll just invest in silver. So that's just me. So yeah, you, with the mirror technique, what I'm trying to say is that you'll find that jewelry box have a mirror, and over the years, in that first time when I had gotten that jewelry box, it had a mirror, and I found that it filled up really quickly with jewelry. And of course, what I meant is that they were all real stuff. And then I had to buy another jewelry box, and that had a mirror too. And I didn't even realize this was even a thing till somebody else pointed that out in one of the law of attraction videos. And I thought about it, and then it really happened with me. So in that tip, I learned that mirror draws things. So you can even have a stack of notes if you live by yourself, or if you feel that nobody will take your pile of notes. You can actually leave that in front of the mirror as well, because it will draw it will draw the money. And I actually have I'll give you guys another tip on that in 1 second here. So yeah, mirror does draw money. So you want to throw you'll find that if you need some jewelry or some watches or something like that, you can put all your nice things in front of a mirror, and that will draw it. And one of the tips that I have is you'll have to look for it. I found it on Amazon. I got a crystal case, right? Crystal case that is glass inside there too. And what I did was I put US and Canadian currencies in there. So and since then, like I said, the money is flowing pretty nicely. So you may want to look at something like that. And because my bed has actually a built-in mirror as well, not everybody does. So I have it placed in front of my, in front of that mirror. So it's got like mirror reflection. So you can put them in your dresser, wherever, or bathroom, because usually those are the places that will have a mirror. So try that mirror technique. You will see the money will start to flow. Like, it's just like, I mean, if you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? A reflection, right? So the idea behind this is that if you're putting something like that in front of a mirror, you're going to be drawing whatever it's seeing. So that is the key thing. So try it. Let me know if you guys like this tip. And that was tip 3. Now we're going into tip number 4, and that is finding coins. A lot of people don't associate this as abundance. It is, because money doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna, just get it from this stream of, income, or that business, or this or that. Money could be anything. Money could be you finding money on the ground, or inheritance, your earnings, through your business, through a friend giving you some money on your birthday, or your mom or your parent or something, right? Money is just money. Money will come whichever way that it wants to. It's energy at the end of the day. It's going to come whichever way that it wants to. So when you find money, you're supposed to be very, very thankful for it, because that's actually a good thing. And what you should be doing is you should have a nice clean jar, empty jar, and you should have some sort of, note in there that's asking you of, you're asking the universe to give you some sort of abundance, right? That kind of stuff. So in that, you place the note, and it should be a clear glass jar, not like a, make sure that it's clear, because you want to make sure that your intentions are clear. So so whenever you're finding some sort of coins, on the floor or somewhere, grab it. I mean, bring it home, wash it if you need to, and then put that money in the jar, and watch how you will get more money. You'll find more and more money. So that is another way of finding some sort of abundance in something, right? So let me know if you guys like this tip. And that was tip number 4. Tip number 5. This is a feng shui tip, and I read it somewhere that it's supposed to draw money. So there's a story attached to this on my own personal, so I know that it works. So I'll tell you the story that I have, and that's a story of flying horse. Like, if you want to draw money, you can put a screensaver of a flying horse, red or white flying horses, not one, a few. So at least have, like, in that figurine or in that picture, make sure there's at least 3 or more. So this aspect is associated with the horses and how they move with a lightning speed, right? Horses are meant to do that, and they're very, very sacred, very very spiritual type of animal, believe it or not. And you see that in movies. They're very intuitive, so they they're associated very spiritually. So flying, and of course, they are, for many years they were used as a form of transportation as well, right? If you watch some Western movies and stuff like that, they took you from here to there, right? So they have a lot of stamina, in them, and they have a lot of energy, because it's just the way that they are, right? They're built, it's a horse. So, and sometimes you hear that about a certain person, or that person is built like a horse, or anyways, go back to this. But anyways, what I'm saying is that, yes, it's very, I can't even think here. Why did I say that, Benita? Anyways, so flying horse is really, really good to have. And If you want to get a figurine, you can do that. You may be able to find some on Amazon. I know that I did. I went with white horses. You know, you can either get red or white, doesn't matter. And you can actually just search feng shui, you know, red horses or white horses, or you can even find it in some sort of decor store too. They have lots of those there in your local whatever facility, right? Wherever you're from, that you're tuning in from. So I ended up getting white horse, and the package came. It was not actually a cheap figurine, but I just had to spend the money. I'm like, oh, let's do it. So I did, and the item came. It came delivered, and it showed me that it's delivered. And I'm looking, well, where is it? It's not in my front door, and and then I checked the picture of where it was, and it was at my neighbor's, you know, a couple of units down. It was there, so I go over and grab it. And then I called the customer service line because I was not happy that it got delivered to the wrong door. And then I complained about that. And I mentioned that, well, if you look at the picture that the delivery person has given, you know, you can see that it's not even my place. Because if you look at my other pictures where deliveries are made, you can see that that's my front and that's how it looks like. So then the agent's like, well, technically you didn't receive it. You know, and I'm like, I did receive it. It's just went to the wrong neighbor, right? The wrong house. And she said, well, you know, technically you didn't receive it. So, you know, she refunded the entire cost of that. So I ended up getting it for free. So I want to say that that is how, you know, the law of attraction will work, or if you're buying things that are supposed to, you know, draw in money of some sort. And it's a good sign. It's a very, very positive sign when you get things like that. Like I said, the stack of notes in the bank, you know, I mean, how often do banks make mistakes? They don't, very seldom. And ended up getting extra money there, and then, you know, getting that for free. So I want to say that that is, you know, one of the things that it'll do. Right, so if you get tips like that, I mean, experiences like that, you know that you're on the right track. Another one that I want to mention is elephants. This is very sacred, you know, animal as well for a lot of cultures, especially those that are from South Asia. You know that this is very sacred for all of you. And if you place elephants, you know, just by your door or facing the door, like, you know, as long as they have, you know, that trunk up, that's a good way of drawing money as well. So you may want to check that particular part out. Another one is, I've got these, I don't know if you can see. Oh, I wasn't prepared to do this, but made a little noise. I have this set. It's again feng shui, so I have two of those, and I have placed that, you know, in front of my table, because I've got a big table, and I've got the front facing this way, so I have it that way. So it's not only is it protecting, I forgot what they're called. So, but yeah, those ones will help to draw money as well. So you may want to check that out. Another one that you may want to check, do is, I saw this in a law of attraction video where they, you know, they had this in the background, and so I decided to get this. And inside that, you know, you can open it, right? You can find these anywhere, and I have a little note, you know. So this is another one that I have. So these are some of the tricks that you can do to have around you. I have, you know, you can put keys like this, you know, anywhere randomly. Another one that is really, really good is, what is it called? Bay leaf. I have to think what this leaf is called. Bay leaves are really, really good as well to draw money. You can write very gently with a marker on a bay leaf something that you want to draw, and you can leave that in your wallet. You can have them around the house. You know, you can do also things like that. So you may want to check you know, that that kind of technique. It's not that hard. You can just write some sort of affirmation, or you can just put some dollar signs on a bay leaf and put it in your wallet, so that will also help. What else? I have this too, which is a organite. I ended up getting this has citrine in it. Citrine really draws money, and as you can see, this you can find, I bought this from Etsy. It has gold shaving underneath, so I have stuff like this that that I use to draw money. And I want to say that it works. All of that little tips do work, because you know, from the time that I had done that video to fast forwarded, because that was a few years back, I've done a lot better with money, and money is flowing amazingly. So to the point where I'm not even concerned, you know, about money anymore. It's that frequency that I managed to tap in. So I'm thankful that I was able to do that, and I'm pretty sure that in my own personal story, I'm pretty sure that it has a very, very knockoff effect on my twin flame, because I'm pretty sure that he's doing just as good as well. So I will give you guys some affirmations that you can use when you need to, like a big bill has come in, or, you know, you've got this, you know, this thing that you want to buy, right? That kind of stuff. You can always say, money will come from somewhere. That's it. Money will come from somewhere. And when you say that, you sure enough will find that the money will come from somewhere. It always does. So like I said, it's an energy. So this is a simple affirmation that you can say, and say it with belief, especially if you are in need of money right away and you need to, you know, do something with it. You know, it'll come from somewhere. So another tip that you can have affirmation, and this affirmation that I found really helped me, was money comes easily and effortlessly to me. Money comes easily and effortlessly to me. So with that, this was all my tips. In my self-love course, I actually have, for those that have done it, and for those that haven't bought it, you should be, because it's teaching you, there's an exercise that I have, which is the T exercise. So I explain in there, like I said, money is part of self-love. And when you actually embody self-love and self-care, that kind of stuff, then you'll find that you will be manifesting money like crazy. So it is a $21 self-love program that you can buy. It's not expensive. It's completely affordable. There is nobody on this earth that cannot afford that. So when you actually go through that course, you will come through that exercise that I talk about, which is the T exercise. And for those that have done the T exercise, tell in the comment, share your experience to the audience, because what I want to say is that when you guys share your own experience, your own breakthrough, then you are also helping somebody else do the same thing through your experience, and they will understand that you know, you've stepped into that abundance mindset, and you are looking after yourself, you know, that kind of stuff. Your experiences, your breakthrough is going to be somebody else's as well, and that's all part of the spiritual you know, sharing and caring kind of thing. You know, you don't have to be out there to do your mission work by you simply commenting and you know, telling about your experiences. You're helping somebody else get that. So I do highly encourage all of you to give your experiences, because I find that you know, the more you share, the more abundance will flow even for you as well, because again, everything is energy, and you want to be making sure that you are, you know, drawing in that good energy all the time, and not just here and there. So with that, this was Twin Flame Union, bringing you guys money manifesting tips, and I hope that you guys did like some of these tips that were given to you. Comment and let me know what you thought of this video. With that, all the best, and may you get all the abundance that you seek.